All right, so this is our second Sunday zine stream. I've been thinking of a different template, and I got a couple. So we're going to start a new document, and we're going to take a look at some of my templates so you can get an idea of the kinds of zines that I make. Here we have the quarter page, which is what I started with when the very first zine that I made was this. It's fold it in half and then half again. You know this one. You've probably made greeting cards in print shop when you were playing with this one. Then I also have this one to make it into 16 pages, which is 2 pieces of paper. 2 pieces of paper would mean that I have 16 pages, which if you think about it, 30 tweets is in half 15. So if I had 15 pages, maybe I could stick it in this one, and maybe it would fit into this template. I think we're going to go with the 16-page quarter one. I think it's worth the experiment, right? Let's try it. So we're going to open this template. The thing about this template is that you have to be very careful to keep track of the pages. Because as soon as you start replacing that text, you are going to forget what page it is. So what I like to do is just keep the text there for a while. Because it's really confusing. It's not intuitive at all. The pagination, not at all intuitive. I've made enough quarter page zines that I can kind of remind myself, okay, this page goes there, that page is this number. 16-page one is really confusing. I mean, look at this. We got 4 and 13 right at the top. First thing I think I'm going to do is change all of the text. So I'm just going to select all of these. I'm going to change it all back into body text. Now, of course, it's really hard for you to see, huh? Oh, and you know what I'm going to do second is I'm going to save. We've talked about this before. Just save constantly. You got to give it a name. This is, if you can believe it, Sunday Zine 2. We are making this a habit. We are doing this every Sunday. The end of the year, I'm going to have 51 of these because, of course, we started on week 2 of 2022, which is okay. It's okay to have a slow start to the year. You know, that first week of any year, it's a trial. It's the experiment. You see what you like. See what you want to do. I want to do page 1 first. I like to work on the cover. Although today I have no idea what this cover is going to look like. I do not have an idea right away. Now, I already closed that other one, so you can't see it again, but you remember what the last cover looked like. It was literally just text. And if you were here last week, I just used a regular text cover. I like that a lot. I enjoy doing that because I am such a text person. I am a writer first and foremost. I also draw, but I am a writer first. So I like the focus on that. It's also very easy. You just pick a font. But maybe we do something else this time. Maybe we do some searching on the internet. Let's switch over to the internet for a while. I have 2 go-tos. One is Unicode. This is the one I like, the character table. So just pick something interesting, like book. Now you can see that these are the emoji. You don't really have permission to use these, is the thing. We click through and you can see, woo, so many ads on this website. Jeez. All of these emojis that are for each brand were created by someone. So they are licensed to those brands. We don't really have permission to use these. Regular, like, wingdings, I kind of feel are in a little bit of a gray area. We still really don't have permission to use them. That is true. So the other thing that I use is public domain images. There's a couple ways that you can find these. There's tons and tons of websites that collect them. So is this a collection? I think this is just overview. This is just information. Here's a good one. Public domain pictures. What you can also do is search images and then go to public domain licensing. So let's search books. So these are all free that you're allowed to use. And I print my zines, so I like to go black and white. I use a laser printer. So I like to stick with that. I can do this. What I was really looking for was like old stuff, not new public domain. I was looking for old public domain, like real etchings. Image search is really kind of hit and miss a lot. If I wanted to do something like this, I would look at unsplash.com, which is a really nice website. They curate everything for you, and all of these are totally free for you to use. That is my best resource. It might be a little bit of an overused resource these days. You see a lot of these on websites, especially startups. Let's look at books, see what they got for us. I think you can also search by color. There we go, filters. Black and white. It's not black and white. Okay. There we go. I don't know. Do you see anything that you like? Nothing's really grabbing me. Then I don't really know what I'm looking for. It's one of those things. I don't know what I'm looking for until I see it. Maybe we look for paper. Yeah, no, that's not what I want. Not texture. Although that might be interesting. Yeah, like this one's kind of interesting with the folds. But I don't think that's going to show up very well. The contrast is not dark enough for this one. We definitely need something darker. This one would be really cheesy, huh? If we did the typewriter one. Now this one maybe with the crumpled paper one. This could be interesting. Let's try this. I don't know. I'm kind of liking it. We put the paper in the background. Oh, you know what? This photographer, I have used her before. She is definitely good. Isn't that surprising how you go looking for something and you find something connected? You find a person that you have already loved, something you've already read, already seen. That is the way of the world, huh? All right, let's go back to pages. So this template, these are all text boxes. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to delete page 1, which I already told you not to do. I already told you to keep track of your pages, but the cover is going to be really obvious that it's the cover, right? Tell me I'm right. I'm not making a mistake here. Okay. So I'm going to delete page 1 so that I can stick a photograph there and it's not going to be inside of a text box. You don't want it to be inside the text box. This download is 6.1 megabytes. It does not need to be that big. So I'm going to open it very quickly and I'm going to make it smaller. All I do is just drag and drop. It's that simple. I love Pages. It has all of these guides for you. You know what I'm going to do? Because this is a landscape photo, I'm going to rotate it. How do we do that again? Arrange. Oh, you know what? We do it over here. Arrange. Rotate. Get it right in that corner. And then what I'm looking for is this line. I'll match it up to that line. And then I want to match it up to that line. All right, there it is. And you can see it's not going over into the other lines. All right, then on top of this, I'm going to put the title. So probably going to do the text in white. And we want a big, bold font. Maybe not that condensed, though. What are we going to call this, though? Damn. I don't know. Do we want to I don't want to call it Namazimo. I don't. Maybe just how to make a zine? How to make a zine in 30 tweets. That sounds good. All right. This title looks terrible. This is not the font we want. Looking for something heavy. Something bold. But not too bold. I like a good old-fashioned Futura. Stick it right in the middle. Maybe just give it a little bit of a Dutch angle. I think that it's not very readable. I'm gonna try putting a shape behind it. Oh, maybe like a speech bubble. What if we did that? I don't want to send to back. I want to put it behind. No, that's not what I want. I want to go one back. Yeah, one layer. There we go. I still wanted to say zine though. Yeah. Text. A little bit smaller. Well, maybe now we go. Okay. I still want that in though. Yeah. All right. What do we think? Does it look like a speech bubble, or is it a little bit? Yeah, maybe we make it more bubbly. Yeah. Okay, I like that a lot more. What are we thinking? There's page 1. Save it. If I put 2 tweets on every page, I'm gonna need all of those pages. So I think I'm probably gonna put my name on the front. I don't love putting my name on the front, which is kind of a weird thing, huh? But I just like writing the credits at the end. I think this time we're gonna put it up front. You know, we could like do almost an opposite thing. So I'm selecting both of them. I'm gonna copy and paste the whole thing. And then I'm gonna make it smaller. Oh, I always forget that Futura has that weird J. I love it, but it is a very weird J. I'm going to put the angle, different angle, make it smaller. No, less angle. Less angle. Oh, it still doesn't look good right there. Sometimes those snapping gives you a little too much snap. Let's just make that a little bit bigger. And then we're gonna stick this up here. Yeah, I like that. And move that. Maybe make that a little bit bigger. A little bit more. Not that much more. All right. This is looking like something. It's looking like a book now. It's looking like one of those It's looking like one of those gift shop books that they made in like 2009 that was an unauthorized collection of tweets where they just grabbed a whole bunch of really popular tweets and put them in a book and didn't pay anyone who made those tweets. There were lots of those books that happened, folks. Now we need the meat of the book. You know what? This might be kind of easy. Because we can organize it with the numbers. So we can say that like on page 16, we know it's definitely going to be tweet number 2930. It's going to be the end. It might be actually really easy to not get lost. Let's try it. Let's do page 16 first. I haven't decided if I'm going to edit this at all or if I'm just going to copy and paste. It would be really easy to just copy and paste. All right, already I can see that my margins are off. This template obviously did not have margins. And right above my head, you can see text color, and then you can see character styles, and then there's this one. No, that's not the one. Where is it? I always lose this one. Oh, layout. Yes. Layout is what you want. This is how you get the good margins. I like to do just 1/2 inch or 1/2 centimeter, I suppose. I am Canadian, so we do both. We do inches and centimeters, depending on what we're measuring. The 1/2 centimeter is good. It's fine. It gives you the margin that you need for printing. That is why you need the margins. You might want to say, screw the margins. But no, you need margins for printing. Because if you go beyond, then it's not going to print. There is a space where it doesn't print. I don't know why. I don't know why our printers haven't invented a way to go beyond, but they need the margins for the printing. All right, so now we have that layout. Now we're going to go to text style. I'm going to make this big. How big? I don't know. What if we go 20? It's a terrible font. The bigger you get, the worse this font is. I mean, Helvetica is very played out. I say as somebody who just used Futura for the title. Futura and Helvetica, this is a very Pomo zine. People who print need margins, correct. How big can we go? Can we go bigger? Go big. I'm already home. All right. That is 23. 24? No. 24 is too big. Question. What's the difference between a classic and played out? Very good question. Because people would say Futura and Helvetica are classics, right? They've been around forever. They've been used in so many different contexts, so many different applications. Helvetica has a documentary about it. There's a documentary about a font. Like, that's a classic. So I think in that sense, you cannot go wrong with Helvetica. I think you can overuse Helvetica. And also, I really don't think that it looks that good at this size. What do we think? I think it looks too much like directions, like technical directions. It looks like elementary school instructions for an assignment. All right, chat likes it. Chat says go with the classic. Here's the great thing though. Is something that I love in Pages. And before I started using Pages, I used to spend a lot of times making my zines and then fixing my zines. But what you can do is you can make the body. So there's this update up here, right? So you click that, and everything that you make body will now look like this. So this, we should actually make title. We should call it title. So that was my mistake. So we're going to make sure this is title. And then call this title. And now everything that is body is going to look like this. So if we change this, oh, it already is, right? Remember, we changed it all to body. We can go through and copy paste all of these tweets. And if in the end I decide, you know what? I want to change it. I don't like this font. I can change the font once and it's going to apply to all the body text. Every page that looks like body, that is designated body. So you can change it once. In that sense, it's a little bit like CSS in code, where you only change the style once and it applies to everything. We now have page 16. Let's find page 15. And we're going to do page 28. Page, tip 28 and tip 27. So something we're going to have to think about is the size, because some of these tips are longer and shorter. All right, 14, 15, 14. We are on page 14. I'm saying that out loud so you can remind me when I forget. And 25. Now that one doesn't fit. So this is where, watch, we can change the size. And then if you look at this page, we update, and this one changes as well too. And this one changes as well. So 21 might be the better size. All right, page 14. Where are we? Oh, 13's at the top. I remember that one. This is going to be just a lot of copy and paste, people. And remembering to hit save every once in a while. So that was 13. Now we need to find page 12. Page 12. Ooh, that one's getting close to the margins. All right, 12, 11. It's been so long, I've forgotten basically everything that I wrote this month. The November month, I mean. So reading some of these, I'm like, ooh, I could have written that better. See, now this one is too long. So we're going to make that one shorter. 10 is 18. And 17. Sometimes I wrote really long ones. Sometimes I wrote really short ones. On days when I was tired, I didn't want to do it. That was page 10. 9. Most of my streams, I realize this is very funny because it's related to both of what I stream. I stream zines on Sunday, and then during the week I stream word puzzles. And a good half of my stream is just me saying numbers. That's it. All right, 14. It's going on page 8. It's just me sticking words into boxes with numbers. That is what it is. Page 7. I'm saying this out loud so that I don't lose track. Probably don't need to keep the hashtags. Oh, no, I don't want that one. I gotta get rid of all that style. That's what I gotta do. Get rid of edit link. Remove link. Remove text color. All right, maybe I'll keep the hashtag, but I won't keep the link. Even though I make my zines as PDFs, and then I make them, a lot of them, as digital versions so that people can just read it on their phone, like one page at a time, instead of this very, very confusing, I know, upside down text. Very hard to read on your phone. What was I saying? I totally lost my train of thought. I lost track of the numbers. What number was I on? Oh no. All right, what's the biggest number? 6. 6. Oh, that's a long one. Again, that doesn't fit. You have to make it smaller. I think some of these I will go in and edit, especially like something like this, where the it is going to the next line. We can get rid of that. What do they call those? There's a name. I think they're called widows. The single words that go to the next line. We are on 5. And then we are on 4. Uh-oh, 4 is a long one. Ooh, I hope 4 is not too long. Oh, close. It's a close one. Page 3, we're almost there. Oh, see, that's way too long. This one I'm probably, let's get it to fit to the page. Didn't give me my update. Well, that's annoying. Sometimes it does that. And then 2. Way too long. Save. Don't forget to save. If I wanted this to look really good, I might go through and take out the numbers and reorder them so that they fit. Because look at the difference between this one and this one. This one's really short and this one's really long. But I don't want to go through and take out the numbers. I made a choice at the beginning. It is what it is. Not feeling like taking out all those numbers. What I am going to do is take out all those hashtags. So I'm going to edit the links and the color. I wonder if okay. I was kind of hoping it would do it for me if I just changed it to body text, but it doesn't. There's not that many though, so whoop. I'm not too worried. I mean, one reason that I'm so good at making zines is that I actually really like data entry jobs. One of my very first jobs was working at my dad's office, uploading all of the data that was on 3 1/4 discs into a new computer database. That's how old I am. I saw the transfer from 3 1/4 discs to completely digital. I spent days. It was almost an entire summer of just hundreds and hundreds of 3 1/4 discs, putting them into the drive, pulling all the files off, deleting the disk, taking it out, putting in another one. If you remember, you had to actually stick it into a drive, and then there was like a little thingy. Or am I thinking of the big ones? Maybe I'm thinking of the big ones. Maybe 3 1/4, it was just stick it in and it was fine. I actually really enjoyed that job because it was so, for a kid, it was so mindless, and I got paid to do it. And I could read a book at the same time. I remember I read through Stephen King's short stories that summer. Love his short stories, hate his novels. One thing about this format is that it means that there's not really a lot of space for pictures. But there is a little bit of space, right? We have these really short ones like this page and this page. And even this one, maybe this one a little bit. We have some space to like put little like spot illustrations. This is where we can use our Unicode. Maybe. I have a file. Let's see if I can find it. Actually, I don't know if I can find it. So this is all of the web dings that work in Pages. They don't all work. So because these are fonts, these are totally cool to use. And we got some talk bubbles here at the bottom. That maybe goes with the theme, huh? All we gotta do is just screenshot it. And then we crop the screenshot. No, the screenshot has the cursor in it. Can you believe that? The screenshot has the cursor in it? Since when do screenshots shoot the cursor? What a weird day. Let's see, just make it a little bit bigger. It's always good to have it bigger than smaller. We'll just put the cursor up top. There we go. All right. We're getting there. What I want to do, because if I drag it into this space where the text field is, it's going to go inside the text field, and I don't want that. So I'm just going to make this small for a second. And then I'm going to drag it in. And then I'm going to make it big again, so we can see the actual space. And then we're going to figure out where we can put it. I like it right there, huh? And that gives us space at the top as well, too. Do we stick with the theme? Because there's all of these other bubbles here. Maybe do the 2 bubble. All right, where else do we want to stick one? See, I might say here, but I think it's a little bit too close because that's 2930 and that's 2324. Well, it's not that close actually. I kind of want to put one over here though. So again, we're going to make it small. Bring in, drag and drop the image. And then make it, and move it off. Because I don't want it to be behind the frame. Oh, that's not going to work though, is it, huh? Ooh, that doesn't work. Ugh. See, okay, now you can see what it does when you just drag it in. That's not what I wanted to do. You make it small, drag it in, there you go. Now it fits. We can just stick it right under that word. Perfect. I love it. I'm very pleased. Do we want to edit these words? Or just go with it? Just go with what it is. So we put one more up here. This is looking kind of, it is looking kind of blank. Let's do one more. Maybe we do the cloud bubble. No edits. Chat says no edits. They have spoken. I mean, I do kind of like it, right? Just go with what it is. Go with what it was going to be. Don't make it perfect. This is the spirit of the thing, right? The spirit of the thing is just make it. That's what you have to do. You have to just make it. You can't worry too much. You can't think. You can't plan your way to making something, right? The only way you can make something is by making it. You cannot plan forever. Eventually, you have to actually move your hands and make a thing. In your head, it's going to be perfect. On the page, it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be really great. I come back to that ancient piece of wisdom from the internet, that comic of the guy who is not happy with his cake. And then the person with the fork is like, damn, 2 cakes. That is it. It's not a perfect zine, but somebody who loves zines is going to be like, damn, there's another zine for me to read. I'm excited. All right, one more bubble. One more bubble. Do we like the shouting one or do we like the cloud one? Chat says, you can't plan forever, yes, but disagree that you can't plan your way to creativity since that is what I do. Okay. Definitely, you have to plan. Planning is important. But then you always have to act on that plan. And maybe, granted, maybe you're planning for someone else. Maybe you're not the one doing the action, but your plan is still being acted on. Planning as creativity. That is a topic I would love to see somebody write more about. Hint, hint. This little friend of a webding. All right, I'm cropping it really close to this one so that I can stick it in wherever I want. So remember, make it small, drag it in, and now we have to rotate. That is up in arrange. The reason that I move it off the page like that is because when I put this frame back down, it's going to be behind and I want it to be on top. All right. Want to be a little higher? Or maybe we want it up here. Yes, I like it up here. I'm really used to looking at things upside down. I'm also a school teacher, so I'm constantly looking at my students' work and reading it upside down. It blows their mind. I love doing it. It blows their mind that I can do that. All right. No editing. Doesn't seem to be any spelling mistakes. The only underlines are words that the dictionary doesn't recognize. Are we ready to print? Let's see what it looks like. See how badly our cover goes over the borders? I really don't know what this is going to look like. All right. Let's do it. Export to PDF. There we go. I lost it for a second. I couldn't see it. Export. PDFs I like to put in my downloads folder. I keep only the pages stuff in pages. My printer is on. I'm going to print it and put the microphone next to the printer so you can hear those sounds. So the thing I love about my printer is that it's auto duplex. Ooh, already. I'm looking. I think that the credits is a little bit too close to the margin. And you know what? I'm going to fix it right now. Before we print it, I'm going to fix it. I think this is too close. Oh, come on. Let me select both. No. All right. There we go. All right. Just move it over. That's it. That's it. Save. Export. Again. In the downloads folder, replace. So we do 2 sides. Good sounds, huh? All right. What do we think? Is the other one a little bit too close? Might be a little bit too close. For my liking. Everything else, though, you can see nothing's cut off. Margins look pretty good. Big camera. You get a good look. Now we're going to fold. I'm going to move my mic. So here, you have to be a little bit careful because you got to fold it in the right way. Not that bad. But you can see the print margins and the fold margins are different, so it makes it look a little weird. I don't know. I don't know if I love it. I think maybe we want to give it some white space all around. So now we need, well, could very easily just use scissors. So what I'm going to do is just do this. Because it's just a test. So a little bit ragged, but that's okay. What you really need to test is, are the pages correct? 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Now we fold page 2. And this is the one where you have to be careful. So with the first one, the middle is 6. So we want this to be 7, which you can see it is not. It is 11. Which means I gotta fold it the opposite way than what I did. And now that's 7. And now we go 1, 2, 3. Probably count 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So all the pages are correct. The page numbers are correct. We did it. We didn't mess anything up. Last thing you got to do is stick it together. Long arm stapler. So regular stapler goes to there. It's not long enough to make a quarter-page zine. It's just barely not long enough. It's very annoying. So if you're going to make this size, you really need one of these, or you need to learn how to sew, which we will do that on stream someday. We will sew a zine very soon. So I'm pretty happy with this. You know what? For the first try at 9 a.m. on a Sunday, I'm pretty pleased. You know what? I love that that picture's on the back cover. I didn't even think of that. That's very good. All right. Thank you very much for joining me. This zine will be up on my website very, very soon. It'll be a PDF that you can download and print at home, just like I did.